Nehemiah respects the king. Come, my children, gather close. Today I will tell you about a man who loved God so deeply that he prayed before every step he took. His name was Nehemiah, a man of faith, courage, and respect. Long ago, the city of Jerusalem had been destroyed. Its strong walls were broken, and its gates burned with fire. The people who once lived there were scattered and sad. But Nehemiah had a dream, a longing deep in his heart, to see God's city rebuilt again. At that time, Nehemiah lived far away in the land of Persia, serving as a cupbearer to King Artaxerxes, a very trusted job close to the king himself. Each day, Nehemiah stood in the royal palace, bringing the king his wine and making sure it was safe. But one day, Nehemiah's face looked sad. His heart was heavy with sorrow for his city and his people. The king noticed and asked, "Nehemiah, why does your face look so sad when you are not sick? This must be sadness of heart." Nehemiah became afraid. It was dangerous to look sad in the presence of the king. But instead of speaking quickly, he did what he always did. He paused and prayed silently to God for wisdom. He whispered in his heart, "Lord, tell me what to say." Then he said to the king, "O king, may you live forever. How can I not be sad when the city where my ancestors are buried lies in ruins, and its gates have been destroyed by fire?" The king looked at Nehemiah kindly and said, "What do you want?" At that moment, Nehemiah prayed again in his heart and asked God for courage. He replied, "If it pleases the king, send me to Judah, so that I may rebuild the city of my fathers." The king was pleased and granted his request. He even gave Nehemiah letters of permission and supplies to rebuild the walls. God had heard Nehemiah's prayers. So Nehemiah thanked God with all his heart and began his journey. He gathered the people of Jerusalem and said, "Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem so that we may no longer live in shame." And the people said, "Let us rise up and build." Together they worked day and night, each family building a section of the wall. When enemies tried to stop them, Nehemiah told the people, "Do not be afraid. Our God will fight for us." With one hand they worked, and with the other they held their swords to protect the city. Brick by brick, prayer by prayer, the wall rose strong again. And when the work was finished, the people lifted their hands and praised God, for He had given them the courage, the strength, and the wisdom to rebuild what was once broken. So, my children, remember, Nehemiah respected his king, but above all, he honored God first. He didn't rush or complain. He prayed before he spoke and trusted that God would guide his steps. When we show respect to our parents, our teachers, our priests, and our leaders, and when we pray before we act, God blesses our work and makes our hearts strong, just like He did for Nehemiah.